You comfortable?
Not anymore.
Well,
All
get
right.
comfortable.
I'm comfortable. All right, you ready?
You just said you weren't anymore.
Well, I gotta hold this on.
Yeah. You ready to do this?
I'm ready to do this. Let's do this. I'm the JP Todd.
I'm the redheaded stepchild.
Supposed to be looking into this camera.
You are. If you want to do it like that.
Yeah.
But we're in the
same
dungeon.
place. Yeah, the dungeon. That's what we're calling this place.
I get what would you want to call it?
My apartment.
But you're normally in your apartment. But this is a different area and we're both in the same place. So I just figured we'd give it a cool name. I mean, dungeon just sounds cool, right?
No, really, it was the apartment. It's my apartment.
Okay, we're in the apartment.
It's my apartment. I don't know why we're being so weird about it.
It's not weird. Who said it was
The
weird?
dungeon? That sounds what is this? It's not it's a little dim, I guess. I don't know, I guess he has the problem with the darkness of it. I don't know. The dungeon? Wow, why did you make it sound so horrible? Jesus. I thought this was a nice apartment.
Who said a dungeon had to be horrible?
I mean, I don't have an it just
Haven't you heard of a sex dungeon?
well, I mean is it weird that I loop those in with horrible?
Those aren't horrible. You gotta go to a sex dungeon to find out.
Well, I guess that's a fair point. Oh wow, that's okay. Yeah. And we're 5 minutes into the episode. Not even.
So, The Whale. We watched that last night.
We did. We watched The Whale last night. Yeah. Holy shit.
What was your thoughts on that?
I 100% understand why I got it. What was it? 10-minute standing ovation?
I want to say 11.
11? Fucking.
Yeah.
I 100% understand that.
Yeah. To me, that movie was better than I thought it would be. I mean, I kind of kept away from it.
Yeah.
And just because Brendan Fraser was in it, it's one of those, if he's in it, I'll watch it, except for the Mummy series. But
hold on. What do you mean, except for the Mummy series?
I'm not interested. They're not interesting to me.
What do you mean they're not interesting? You're not interesting. What the They're not interesting?
No.
It's a guy using a shotgun to take on a mummy. What's less interesting than that?
What's less interesting than that?
What's more interesting than that, I guess?
A kid taking on a mummy?
He could be considered a kid. I mean,
Oh my god.
he could be considered a kid.
No, he couldn't.
Mentally. I mean,
Oh my god.
he yells at it. I mean,
No, just
he goes,
because he yells at
he's,
it.
you know, just...
So that doesn't mean it's a good movie. Just because a guy yells at
No,
it.
I said he could be classified as a kid. I didn't said that's what made it a good movie.
You said what could be worse. Classified
What
as
makes
not
it a good movie is
kid.
it's a good story. That's what makes it a good movie. It's a romance of love through time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea what's bad. It's been like 7 years since I've seen that.
It's been 0. I've saw the Tom Cruise Mummy.
That's the worst one.
I was forced to watch it though.
By who?
Nettie.
Oh, of course. That makes sense.
But while watching it, one of the things in there was about God. You know?
Yeah, I was uncomfortable about that with Jeanette in the room.
And talking about how he's coming back. I mean, think about it. What if he's never coming back? He builds, he creates, he moves on. See ya. I'm out. Peace.
Are we having a religious topic right now? Is that what's about to happen? Okay, let's get into this, I guess. For me to even answer that question, I would have to believe in God.
Well, see, I believe in a higher power. And I'm just saying God, air quotes God, because people want to lump and put a name on something.
Yeah.
But to me, there's obviously a higher power. I'm not saying it's a thing, it's a man, it's a girl.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's a entity probably. It's probably not even a shape. Who knows what it is? It's just a higher power.
Yeah.
Okay. It builds, it creates, and it moves on. Why would you think it's going to come back? That's just you wanting it to come back to give you peace of mind.
Sorry, I'm stuck. I wish I could believe what you're saying, but like to me that it's still here because it's science. Like nothing, I don't believe that anything created. So it's not like in my mind. It's not like it's gonna come back. It's here. What created this Earth is still around, and we're basking in it. The atoms are still here. Matter exists. It cannot be created nor destroyed. And so for me to answer the question, I would have to believe that something could just be like, oh, I'm moving up. Where it's just I don't look at it that way. I look at it as it never left because the materials are all here. Now, do I wish like some things didn't go and stick, like a dodo? Yeah, I would love that. But like
that's because
now in the prospect of the movie, back to that conversation, in the prospect of the movie of religion and all that.
Uh-huh.
Did it ever answer that? Like, did it ever like what it? Because it just seemed like the entire thing about religion was just to poke at Charlie. That's it?
I mean, the whole thing was about the religion was back to the movie. Then I'll get back to the one thing I was going to say.
Because that guy just seemed like an asshole. Like, that's all I ever got from that.
The religion in there was because his husband was super religious.
Yeah.
Okay, and he got outcasted by that religion.
Yeah.
And he still believed, no matter what, that everything was going to be okay because of the religion. And so he ended up committing suicide. And that's why Brandon Fraser had a problem with.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And so everybody else,
that's 100% a good reason to have a problem with something.
And everybody else was that one guy was just there to kind of like try to poke and pull that other story out about his husband. Okay, without it having to be Charlie.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the story with his daughter,
that's the best part of the movie.
The whole big spoiler, if you haven't seen The Whale, I'm going to because this was the thing.
We've been spoiled.
Wait, hold up. Okay, let me go back to the god thing. Okay, Valhalla, Vikings and stuff. Okay,
yeah,
they believe that they have a god, right?
Yeah. Well,
what I'm saying is, what if that god they believe, it's all the same thing?
Okay, no, I get what you. Okay, yes, I get what you believe.
It's just people put names.
I
on
just
it.
don't believe that. Yes, but I get what you're saying, but I don't believe in anything higher. I believe that just like something happened, like a spark flew, and it was just like that fire ignited something and created matter, and the matter formed things. Like that's what happened. I don't think a god was just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna. Yeah, humans. I don't think that's how that happened. I think it was just things happened. Science, if like things we've proven happened. Like that's that, and I wish that I could just be like, yeah, there's a God. When I die, I'm gonna be happy. I wish I could think that. Like, you know how much ease I would be if I could think that. If I could just be like, oh yeah, whatever I do here doesn't matter because when I'm done, I'm just gonna go to heaven.
Hold on. Just because I said I was saying there's a higher power.
Okay.
Doesn't mean when you die there's a heaven.
True.
I mean, when you die, there could be just nothing. I don't know what's there when you die.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
because
even then, you believe
I came
that
close
there's
to dying.
a reason. You believe that someone created you. You believe something.
No, I believe something created the universe, and that's something made.
What if it was another universe's?
That's something.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
It's all created by science.
But what I'm saying is, what that something made our something.
Yeah.
Something made that something. There was the initial spark was something. If it was a higher power, there's something there that I can't explain.
Yeah.
That's why I believe there's a higher power. Now, as far as what kind of control or you got to do this, you got to do that, that I don't know. I'm always told just to live your life right, be a good person, and do good.
I believe that you shouldn't have to be a good person with a reward. You should just be a good person just to be a good person.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's what you should be anyways.
I have nothing against religion.
You shouldn't have a religion to say, "Hey, you need to be a good person."
Yeah.
No, you should just be a straight up good person anyways.
Yeah, I have nothing against religion. Like, believe what you want to believe, right? I have a problem with usually organized religion because that's when it's no longer about what it was. You know, like if you believe someone created you and you like wanted to, okay, yeah, totally. Like I'm glad you're believing that, man. Happy for you. But if you're like, you know what, you don't like that, everything should be like this. Like, why on the dollar bill does it say "In God We Trust"? Why on earth? The whole purpose of leaving England was to get away from that.
No, not to get away from the religion.
It was from religious persecution. Yeah, and taxes.
Like,
but it was mainly religious persecution.
Free.
It was more religious persecution, dude.
That was part of it.
It was most of it.
It was not most of it. We can agree to disagree on that. Of it, but back to the movie.
Yes, back to the movie.
The daughter, Max. I didn't know she was in it, so that was a big surprise to me. But I knew that the story he was reading at the beginning, that essay, I knew that was personal to him, but I thought it was about him.
Yeah.
You know, like it was the best one that he's ever read about Moby Dick that came from his class, you know, or it was one he wrote.
Yeah.
Something like that. I didn't realize it was
I think that was the point. I think that was the point you were supposed to. I think that was, you fell for the hook it was trying to get you to fall for.
You can't tell me you didn't fall for it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I did, but I'm not gloating that I figured that out. I'm
saying I'm not gloating. I'm just saying that's what my mind was thinking.
Yeah, of course that's what your mind was thinking.
Why
That's
would you
what the
think I was
director
gloating?
wanted you to think. Because you were like, oh, I knew that was something personal to him. Well, yeah, no shit. The director was giving you hints that was personal to him.
I said that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That it was something personal.
So my question is, did he become an English teacher because she wrote that essay?
No.
Like, does he just love English? Because why did he start being be honest, like with that at the end?
Because of her. Because she was so mad at him. She was just so brutally honest. And people just try to fake their way because they want, okay, this is what you want to hear, blah, 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 blah. And he enjoys your true, real feelings. In his class, he was in the beginning, he was telling his class that y'all just aren't getting it. Y'all need to write from your heart, not what you think we want to hear. Yeah,
but in the beginning, he was also talking about revising, and then at the end, he was just like, "Don't revise." Like, that threw me off. Like, why not revise? You see what I'm saying? Like,
okay,
if that was like, so then where was the switch where he started believing? Because I thought that was what he was believing in, anyways. You know, always be honest. You know,
right?
I thought that's what he believed in from the beginning to the end. But when he switched up and was like, "Forget revising," I was like, "Wait, what? I thought you were just meaning revise to get better at what you're trying to say." But then he just like, "Forget revising." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
I think he was talking about his the last assignment he was talking about to him.
Yeah.
Revising on their assignment. But that was a new assignment when he said, just write something fucking honest. I don't care. Just be fucking honest.
Yeah.
Okay. And that got him fired, by the way.
Yeah.
which is bullshit.
I mean,
What?
the cussing. I mean, the way he wrote it was very unprofessional for a teacher.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can kind of see it being unprofessional.
if he wrote it in a different way, it
but
would have
if
been
it's
different.
but it's a college.
It's
They
still
shouldn't-
unprofessional.
Like if it was well,
It's not your friend; it's your teacher. You're not supposed to.
I didn't say anything.
No,
about being
what I'm
friends.
saying is like that's why he got fired. He's not supposed to be writing like that. He's not their friend. He's their teacher. It has to be professional.
Okay, I guess
Just
so.
like you wouldn't write that to a client. You wouldn't just be like, be fucking honest about it. Like you wouldn't.
Actually, in screenwriting, I would.
Okay, well, you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I
a
do
teacher should not be
understand. In
talking
a
to a
normal
student like
world,
that.
you wouldn't say that.
Yeah, that's why I got. And that is a normal word. That's why I got fired. So why you have an issue with him being fired? We're just like, I don't understand. Like that's 100% why. There you go. That's
I
all
got
the
turned
reasons.
around just now. I get it.
Okay. What?
Okay.
You didn't say I got it. You were just like, I just argued your point.
You turned me around.
Yep.
Way to go. Way to go.
Okay, but yeah, the whale. It's good. It's great.
It's great.
Pride in it. It's amazing.
I definitely cried.
She's a great actress. Sadie
Yes.
Sink, amazing actress.
And you could tell she was just upset her dad was giving more love to other things other than her.
Yeah, and that's why she's always been so honest because of that.
Right.
And that's why she's so brutally honest because she's like, I'm not gonna lie to you anymore. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. But speaking of Sadie Sink, did you hear about the Stranger Things spinoff?
I did.
The live action play.
Yeah.
Young Hopper and young
Stupid.
Joyce in high school
It's stupid.
with
man.
Vecna
Come on, really?
called The First Shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds so bad. I can't. Oh, I'm not excited about it.
I mean, first of all, that show is effects oriented. A stage play can't get that effect.
yeah.
Maybe if they use one of those LED screens, maybe. But I can't see it as a play.
I've seen a lot of good plays, man.
Really?
A
How
lot
many
of
plays you gone to?
I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
Where, in school?
Yeah, no. I went to one.
When?
Through a field trip in school.
In school. Okay.
What, can I not see one in school? I'm sorry. Some of them were effect oriented. The Wizard of Oz was pretty good.
Hey, it was.
You know, you get some like black like tissue paper, pull it on a string so that way the tentacles are growing. There you go. Look, problems up. Bada boom. They can figure it out.
Yeah, I guess so.
But what is this canon? Is this canon? Do I have to see this to understand the story?
I think it is.
Why I don't want to see young Jim and young Hopper. And is that even of the same time? Henry Creel? Because that
No.
with them being in high school, is that the same time?
No.
Right? Yeah, no.
Now that I think about it, no. Because 11 was a little kid. They weren't in high school as a little kid. 11's the one who created Vecna.
Well, not entirely. Vecna was
Was number one.
yes, but he had powers prior to being.
He had
Vecna.
priors, yes. But she's the one who pushed him and made him into the underground.
Yeah, but
The upside down.
But there could be all sorts of timey-wimey shit. in
But
the
she's
fucking
the
Upside
reason
Down.
why he looks the way he looks.
It never said it's gonna look like that. It never said
But he
that.
wasn't Vecna till then.
That is not true at all. That could be what he chose his name. He could have chosen that name prior.
Then why wasn't nobody calling him that in the show?
Because he was kidnapped and then turned into a number?
You think?
Yeah, because his name's Henry.
Yes,
Why is no one calling him Henry?
they were.
Yeah, his parents.
No, in the institution with everybody where 11
Because that's
was.
his actual name. We
Yeah,
think they're going to be
you
like,
just said nobody
yes,
was-
Vecna, you're Vecna. They're not going to call him by his name that he wants to be called. They're going to be your fucking Henry. It says on your ID, Henry Creel, you're Henry. But he's going to be like, I'm Vecna. Like that. No, they're going to be like, okay, Vecna. They're going to be like, all right, Henry, whatever. So that's why no one's calling him Vecna, because fucking Vecna's a weird name.
Yeah.
A weird made up name that he made. That's like saying why did no one call Anakin Darth Vader?
Because he wasn't Darth Vader at the beginning.
But
Once he switched over, they did call him Darth Vader.
because they didn't know who he was. But the people who did never call him Darth Vader because it's a weird fucking made up name. The only person who did was Sidious, and that's because he fucking made it up. And the only reason Darth Vader listened was because, well, he was the bitch. He was the bitch.
Okay.
Emperor was the butch.
All right.
But everyone who knew that Vader was Anakin would be like, fucking Anakin? Because it's a fucking weird, dumb, made-up name. Just like if I don't call you the redheaded stepchild, I call you by your name or dad.
Made up name. I get it.
Exactly. That's why he's not being called Vecna, but it is technically Vecna.
I still don't think that was until
In the prequels, they promoted it being like, this is Darth Vader's origin. They're promoting this as this is Vecna's origin. No one said he's going to be called Vecna in it. You haven't seen a script.
It showed Vecna's origin.
Yeah, it showed Vecna's origin, but it didn't show anything dealing with Henry Creel.
Not before he got there.
Exactly. It's showing before there. It's the Star Wars prequels, dude. What do you have? What are you not understanding about this? How are we not understanding this?
I don't get it. The timelines don't match. That's how we got there.
The timelines match. I'm thinking this timeline's starting to match because they went to Joyce and Hopper went to high school with Henry Creel.
It's supposed to be in the 50s, dude. It's supposed to be set in the 50s.
Yeah, the show is set in the 80s. Do
That's
the math.
30 years ago.
Yeah, they're 30-year-old adults.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. They're like 40, 50-year-old adults.
Okay, anyways. Let's just talk about Mando.
Okay.
It came out. Today, when this comes out, episode 2 came out. So
We haven't seen it yet.
We haven't seen it. But one, what is your thoughts on it? I mean, season 3 was hyped to be hyped. Better than last season. What do you think about episode 1?
It's a good starter. Sets up everything that's going to be a plot point in the season. It's a good starter. It's a starting episode. What'd you fucking expect? Luke Skywalker to show up with fucking a clone army? What'd you expect? Darth Vader to come back as a clone? What'd you want from it? Jesus, it was setting up all the plots. It's a 30-minute show, man.
You're coming at me, not even knowing where I'm going at, thinking I'm just asking you a question.
I heard your tone of voice. That's what gave it away, my friend. Your tone of voice was like, what did you think about it? That's a very like, I don't know kind of tone.
Well, do you want to know what I thought?
I want to know what you thought.
I thought the exact same thing as you. I told the exact same thing. You just yelled at me. I said to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good starter.
It's a good
I like
starter.
that pirate. Fucking gross looking motherfucker. Love it.
Which one? The Swamp Thing guy?
Yeah, the Swamp Thing guy.
Yeah.
Looks exactly like Swamp Thing. I think I even wrote that in my notes. They look like Swamp Thing.
You know, one thing I thought about it was funny because Grogu was spinning without like spinning.
Yeah.
That's every child's dream, to be able to sit in a chair without having to spin without having to spin.
Yeah. 100%.
You know, I got a question though.
Yes.
The tentacle animals that were going that was going outside the light speed as fast as the light speed. What the fuck is that? There's one, then all of a sudden there's a family.
Light speed whales. Yeah, they're a thing.
Whales. Light speed whales. How is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
I forgot their in-universe name. I think they're like pelicans or some shit like that.
How is this the first time I'm hearing about this?
Because it's from Rebels. Star Wars Rebels, the TV show I used to watch in high school.
Never saw it. Gotcha.
Yeah, dude, it has Freddie Prinze Jr. as the main Jedi in it. It's pretty dope. It's a good show. Dude, I'm telling you, it really is a good show. The first season's really a kid's show. You gotta make it past like the first season. And then it kind of gets more into like it's like Clone Wars. You know, you gotta stick through the kid ones. But there's some good ones in there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You gotta really you gotta trust me. It's good. It's a good watch. If you want to watch a good show with Jeanette, that's a good show to put on with Jeanette. She would love to watch that show. And honestly, it's not bad. Same with Clone Wars. Give those two shows a watch because I know she loves animation and you don't. But I'm telling you, stick through it with her.
Who says I don't love animation?
Anytime I wanted to watch a cartoon with you as a kid, Dad told me you don't like animation. But as a step parent, yeah, I get it. I 100% get that. It's not that you don't like animation. It's just the ones we like suck.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I've watched these Minecraft animations from on YouTube that are just painful. Just killing brain cells as I watch them.
Now you understand.
Yeah, Jesus. At least my shit was at least more interesting than that, I guess.
I mean, Roly Poly was not.
No, Roly Poly sucked. But
you loved Roly Poly. Don't say it sucked. You're just saying that because you're an adult now.
Yeah. It's exactly... wasn't hiding that fact.
I also don't think this is the last time we're going to see Bo-Katan.
Oh, of course not.
She's going to end up with the Darksaber.
I don't know. As someone who's seen her all the way from the Clone Wars, I kind of hope she doesn't. She's being very hypocritical right now of Mando.
Why?
Because she was in the same exact cult in the Clone Wars. Like the same exact cult. So like, being very hypocritical about her, like, oh, you're bad. Like, dude, you like blew up your sister's embassy. Calm down, all right? Like, her sister was on Mandalore being a peaceful leader, but the Mandalorians, you know, some of the Mandalorians didn't like the fact that they were peaceful because they're not about that, you know?
Right.
So the fact that they weren't wearing any armor and weren't like warriors anymore, they separated and became Death Watch, you know, what the Mando is.
Okay.
And pretty much they're terrorists. They just they blew up things, and anyways, they ended up working for Darth Maul and killing her sister, the Duchess Satine.
Okay. Which
was Obi-Wan's only love. In fact, she could have asked him to leave the Order, and he would have. It was a very sad arc. But that was her sister, and she was part of that Death Watch cult. So I don't see why she's like, dude, I understand, I get it, I was there. Like, no sympathy, just like, oh, now you're the devil. Like, bro, we can execute you for being the same way. You're, in fact, worse. You did it to your own family.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's like, the fuck is she talking about? Every time I see her, that's all I think about. But other than that, I understand. I'm excited to see where that plot goes.
Baby Yoda, a.k.a. Grogu. Are we ever going to find out the species, for one?
Hopefully not.
And two, I guarantee you he ends up with a Mando suit.
Okay.
At least a helmet.
I'm worried about that. What? I don't know if I want something that cute just roaming around the universe.
That cute?
Yeah, like after... So think about it. Currently, we are after Return of the Jedi, right?
Right.
So what is after Return of the Jedi? That is Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker, right?
Unfortunately.
And now we have The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. So that means something that beautiful is out there in the universe, and I don't know how I feel about that. I can't, like... I don't know if I like it or if I'm scared that much power is out there. Because once Mandalorian's done and there's a baby Yoda just walking around, a Grogu just with a Mandalorian helmet, just being a Jedi, doing Mandalorian shit. I don't know if I want that available, to anyone else. I want Grogu to die. Like I don't want it. I don't want anyone.
All our audience.
I don't want anyone else to have Grogu beside. No. I want him to wait till the end of the series to die. I don't want
Baby Yoda die. Oh, I'm sorry. Grogu dies.
I want no room
Roll
for
credits.
anyone else.
That's the end of the series.
I want no one else to be like he grew up and had a like. I want no other stories. Like don't give me any more Grogu stories. There can't be anything good. Like there's no way after I don't want Grogu meeting Rey and being like, hey. I don't want that.
You don't want a Yoda Mandalorian.
I don't. No, I would love a Yoda Mandalorian.
I'm talking about old Yoda.
No, I'm fine with old Yoda.
You just said that's the same
No.
thing
What
as
I'm saying is
Grogu.
I don't trust anyone nowadays. Like if George Lucas had that, yeah, would have loved it. There's a difference between George Lucas doing it and then everyone else.
Okay, so what if George Lucas came back and said, you know what? I don't like what they're doing. They came to me and said, would you like to direct some more Star Wars? I said, you know what? I do. This is what I want to do. Let's do it. And they're like, okay, let's do it. George Lucas is back. What do you think?
I think it's going to be bad, and I'm scared again.
Why? You just said you want him back. And
I never said I want him back. I just said I would rather him if anyone should have Baby Yoda after Mandalorian, it's him. I don't want anyone else touching that. I don't want anyone else having that much power in the universe. Because that is a concept that could be very easily made into parody. Very easily made into this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. A fucking Yoda Mandalorian, that could very easily be written so bad. You know what I mean? It takes a great writer to make something that good with that. And I don't trust anyone else besides Jon Favreau to make that work. So I want Baby Yoda to die before anyone else can touch it. Because I don't want anyone else to be like, oh, thank you, Jon Favreau. Let me just take Baby Yoda. And now he's fucking murdering people. Yeah, just killing everybody. I don't want anyone to have that Star Wars power. Just like they did. If I could, I would just erase. And, I would hate it because I love The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian, I'm so excited it's back because it's brought back my love for Star Wars. But if I could do anything, I would erase everything after Disney bought Star Wars. I was 100% right to be afraid of Star Wars after Disney bought. Remember how I was afraid of it, Dad? Remember how I was scared?
I remember that.
I was right. I should have been scared. They ruined this. That being said, The Mandalorian is the best thing that they have ever done.
Mandalorian and Andor.
Yeah, Mandalorian's probably the best Star Wars of all time.
Andor is probably right behind it.
I'm working on it.
I haven't either. I'm still on episode, I think, 5.
I'm on episode 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I say that because I know what I saw, and people probably that finished it are probably like, oh my God, y'all aren't done?
Yeah, I know. Apparently we see the Death Star.
Oh, nice.
I don't think Andor sees the Death Star. I just think it's just like a post-credit scene of just and the Death Star. Because it leads to Rogue One, so it's just like, eh.
Speaking of Death Star, this death of a star Superman, Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill died?
No.
Oh.
The death of Superman.
Okay.
He's no longer Superman. Death of a star.
Yeah, what about that?
He's doing a new game series movie.
Yeah, Warhammer. This is this. I told you about this. What do you mean?
Call of Duty.
What?
Yep. He's signed on for Call of Duty.
Did it say what character?
No.
Ooh. Because, see, you might think Call of Duty is just, it's just going to be a war movie. That's probably what you're thinking. They're just going to slap some war movie and then slap Call of Duty on it. But really, Call of Duty has some great fucking story modes. They have some fucking amazing stories with some really memorable characters. So it'll kill me like the Halo show killed me. If they do just make a war movie and slap Call of Duty on it. Which they could do. They could just be like, here's some new characters and it's war, so it's Call of Duty. But what I want is a movie adaptation of a Call of Duty game. Give me a Modern Warfare or a Black Ops. I would kill. Oh, dude. if you were telling me that this was a Black Ops fucking like this is a movie version of Black Ops, like this is fucking we're gonna see fucking Frank Woods and fucking Alex Mason, we're gonna fucking see them taking on. I'm just like, I would lose my shit. Like I would lose my shit. That would be the greatest thing I would think of for a Call of Duty movie. 100%, that would be the best Call of Duty movie.
I could be wrong, but I want to say when I read it, it was something Modern Warfare style.
I figured it would be a Modern Warfare because Modern Warfare is the best selling one, I think. But I've always been more of a
Black Ops
guy. Like the twist. We'll go through it because we're about to start gaming. We'll go. I'm
down for that because I actually like Call of Duty.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, then we'll play through one.
I suck at it.
Then we'll play through Call of Duty 1. I mean Black Ops 1, because that fucking that campaign is just fucking good.
Okay.
So
one last thing I got. We started Chuck. Finally started Chuck.
All right.
You've been telling me to start Chuck, and I finally got her to start Chuck.
Okay, and
I am fucking hooked.
It's fucking great, right?
I love this show.
It's amazing.
I'm treating it like a normal show, one a night.
Oh man.
Because I'm trying not to binge it. I'm trying to teach it because I miss the days of TV shows where you had to wait. But I'm not waiting a whole week. Fuck that. I'm waiting a day.
Yeah.
I'm giving it some time. I'm not binging it, but I'm binging it.
Man, that show, that was such a specific time in my life because I didn't have a job at the time and I slept all day and stayed up all night. Like that was just my life because I didn't have anything. I had nothing.
Slept all day and chucked all night?
Yeah, basically. So I just binged Chuck all night and I finished it within like 2 weeks. I'm not sure about the math. Don't if you do the math, sure. But
it was something like that.
Yeah, it was something. It was a short amount of time.
Right.
And that show was so good, man.
Well, as a teenager, 2 weeks, 5 seasons, not going out anywhere, I could see that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're on season 2 right now.
Yeah. They might make a movie. Zachary Levi's been working on it for years now.
Well, he does own the rights.
Yeah. Really?
Dude, you know he's got his own production company, right?
No, I didn't know that.
It was in Austin. He just moved it to Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't know that. No.
Yeah. Dude, he lived literally in Austin.
Huh.
Now he just
Oklahoma.
moved everything up to Oklahoma.
Huh.
Yeah. We got to go to Oklahoma.
Why?
Because the Outsider house I told you about.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think that would be a good thing to record.
Yeah.
Especially since you've never seen it.
Yeah, okay. That's true.
I mean, but Chuck, I didn't know Adam Baldwin was in it, which was Casey.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you knew who that was.
I didn't, but I think I as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Dude, I love him. He's fucking crazy.
Right? It's fucking great. That show's just good. And I love how Zachary Levi really does react to it like anyone would. Like, just
right.
Such a normal way of what the fuck?
Right?
And I love it.
He is like the everyday man in that show.
Yeah.
But one thing I didn't understand was why didn't they write him as being the assistant store manager? If they do later on after season 2 or during season 2, don't tell me we're still at the beginning.
Can't say anything, man.
But as of right now, he turned down the assistant manager job. I'm like, why would you do that? That just leaves you so much more opportunity to free time to leave whenever the fuck you want without getting your ass chewed.
Dude, I'm telling you, it all comes. Bryce is such a dick.
Now, I'm going to say this. I know he leaves the Buy More. I know a little bit about Chuck. So I know he leaves the Buy More. Yep. And he becomes full-time CIA.
Yeah, that's it. There's obviously a point where he comes from what he started as, and then there's a point where it's just like Shazam.
Right. And then
obviously it didn't correlate, but there's a point where it's just and muscles.
Yeah, and,
skinny. Whoa.
And I heard that it's like all of a sudden he's normal Chuck, and then all of a sudden now he knows karate and kung fu.
Yeah, they explain it away just the same way they did him being there in the first place. Just like
the
it
upgrade,
updated. Yeah,
like the update from Bryce.
yeah.
He puts on the glasses and it updates, and that I thought that was funny.
He's such a dick. I fucking
because
hate
he did
Bryce.
that, and he goes,
He's the worst character.
and then he goes, "I fucking hate you, Bryce."
Yeah, I fucking hate Bryce, man.
That was great.
He's the worst character. I hate him so much. He just ruined Chuck's life so much.
But did he?
Yes.
But did he?
Yes.
But
Yes.
did he?
With Sarah specifically, yes.
Oh, well, I guess. Spoilers, dick.
I don't think I've spoiled that. I think that's pretty, like, the first time he comes into the show, it's pretty...
He's already left. Sarah's and them have. He's came back, did the whole. Did the whole. Maybe they're gonna get back together thing storyline, and he's already left. We've already got past that.
Okay, I think that's the last time you see him. I think.
Okay.
I could be wrong about that. Keep that in mind. I watched it once, like, oh my god, going
Years
on
ago,
4 years now.
obviously.
Yeah, going on 4 years now. So, from what I remember, I think that might be the last time you see him. He's just, yeah, that's a dick move, just to be like, yeah, I'm your friend, and now I'm gonna come back and ruin your life again.
Right.
Like,
well,
just
in a way,
stay out of your life. Just stay out of the life, dude.
It looked like he ruined his life at the beginning, but at the time he was just saving his life, trying to save his life.
How was he trying to save?
Because he knew he was trying to get recruited into what Bryce was recruited into, and he knew Chuck wasn't that guy.
That's right. I remember that.
You know, so yes, what he did ruined his life, but that's not what he intended. He intended to not get him into the life he could have been and that he ended up in.
Yeah.
Because of Bryce. But Bryce sent it to him thinking nobody would find out.
He would just like brush it off. He was like,
Right.
he hates me enough, you won't. Look, I said,
Right.
it's been, I might have to rewatch it and be like, oh, but yeah.
All right, well, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Got the fact.
The fact. What fact?
I completely forgot what it was.
Then it's not that big of a fact.
No, I guess it's not. Goddamn.
I can't
Excuse
think
my
of any
language.
facts.
No, yeah, I guess that's it.
Okay. Well, guess we're out of here.
Thank you for stopping by and watching us talk.
Take it easy.
Not too sleazy.
Planet Nothing Productions.
Shame and Shane time, Shame and Shane channel.